Hey guys, we are starting section 3-4 today, which is solving equations by multiplying or dividing. And I'm just going to go through some examples in the book. I want you to write all of these down in your math journal as I go through them. So feel free to pause as you need to write things down. And here we go. So on number 4, remember the first thing I need to do is look at what's happening to the variable. And then I'm going to do the opposite. So I noticed that 4 and x are written next to each other. When two things are written next to each other, it means multiply. So I have to do the opposite of multiply, which is divide. And we're going to divide by whatever is next to the variable. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So 4 divided by 4 is going to equal 1x, or just x by itself, which is what we wanted. And then 20, I'm sorry, my dog just came in and he's drinking. I'm sure you can hear it. It's very loud. He's done. Okay, yay. So you're just going to divide the numbers now on the other side. 24 divided by 4 is 6. And if you need to use your calculator for that part, feel free. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Again, look at what's happening to the variable, and we're going to do the opposite. So again, I see multiplication happening, so I'm going to divide. Make sure if there is a negative, you're dividing by the negative also on both sides, because whatever you do to one side, you have to do the other. One of the most common mistakes I see with students is that they'll divide this side with the -2, but then over here they'll only put divided by 2, and they lose the negative somewhere, and then they end up getting the wrong answer. So whatever you divide the first side by, you have to divide the second side by. Don't leave anything out. All right, so these are going to equal 1 again, so I'm just left with A. And then 10 divided by -2 is going to equal a -5. Okay. Okay, so again, for this next one, we're going to look at what is happening to the variable and do the opposite. Now, I wrote a cursive T because otherwise it looks like a plus sign. So if you want to write an N or an X instead of T, that's fine. So I see again that multiplication is happening, so I'm going to do the opposite, which is division. I'm going to divide by whatever is next to the variable, which is -7. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. So these are going to equal 1, and I'm just left with T. And then -42 divided by -7 is a +6. Okay, remember when you're multiplying or dividing, 2 negatives equal a positive answer. 1 negative equals a negative answer. Okay, copy those down and I'll be right back with the next 3. All right, here we go with the next 3. So now we're going to look at what's happening with the variable, and we're going to do the opposite. So now I see a fraction. I know fraction means divide, so I have to do the opposite of divide, which is multiply. I'm going to multiply by what is on the bottom of the fraction. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Okay, so what's going to happen when I multiply this side, and remember I have that imaginary 1, is I'm going to end up with 3k over 3, which is going to equal 1. So these kind of cancel each other out, and you're just left with the k. And then 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, so these are all going to be the same because they're all fractions. Fractions mean divide. So we are going to multiply by whatever's on the bottom. So this one I'm going to multiply by 5. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other. -8 times 5 is -40. And the last one, again, look at what's happening with the variable. I have another fraction, so it means division. I'm going to do the opposite, which is multiply by whatever's with the variable. So I'm multiplying by -6, whatever I do to one side. So we're going to multiply the other side by the same thing, -6. And these are going to cancel out. They're going to equal 1. So we're just left with n on that side. And then -6 times -11 is going to be a positive 66. Okay, and that's all there is to solving equations by multiplying or dividing. You just look at what's happening with the variable, do the opposite. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. And just email me if you have any questions. Make sure you copy all these problems down in your math journal, and I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, actually, sorry, just kidding, I'm back. One more thing. For today's IXL, you need to work on a whiteboard or in your math journal. If you try to do all these in your head, you're probably going to start making mistakes. So please write these down on a whiteboard or a math journal. If you use a whiteboard, just quarantine it somewhere on the back table or the front table. Write your name in the corner so no one else uses your board this week. Okay? All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.